Broadcasting from Miami, Florida.
Check this out.
Let's go. Welcome to 25-8, The Culture. On who's hot and who's not. Everything hip-hop. Turn it on, turn it up, get it loud. Here we go. You're now vibing with 25-8, The Culture.
Yo, you know what it is, man. It's your boy DJ Pablo Maccabee from 25-8, The Culture, with your host, D-Wise from the Big Fellas. What it do?
Yo, what's up? It's your boy D-Wise. You already know what it is. We got a great show lined up for y'all today, you know what I mean? So before we kick it off, you know what you got to do. Hit that like button right there, the thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, you know what I'm saying? Share, comment. We do it for y'all. Y'all tell us what it is, and we respond ASAP. You feel me? Let's get to it, y'all.
And also the legendary Big Money Boy Lance. What it do?
Another day on the 258 The Culture. It's good to be here. And as usual, drink in one hand, smoke in the other. Let's do it.
Let's get to it, brother. So unfortunately, we're going to start the show off with some bad news with the passing of Prince MARKIE DEE. Yo, man, this was a legend and an icon in the community, man. You know, I grew up watching some of his movies that he was in with the Fat Boys and stuff like that, and the Human Beatbox and stuff like that. So, man, it's very sad. Also, too, my personal experience with Prince MARKIE DEE, he was the first person to ever shout me out on the radio. You know, I remember driving on, I-95 and hearing my name being shouted out. You know, my dog, D-Wise was probably hanging out with him in the studio, and they told him to shout me out or whatever. So, you know, that's a memory that I have with him. You feel me? D-Wise, you know, go ahead and take it over.
Before I say anything, did you want to say anything real quick, Lance, before I go? Because I'm going to talk for a minute, you know what I mean? So,
yeah, I just want to give my condolences to the family. Rest in peace to the legend. At the end of the day, icons never die. They live on forever. So rest in peace, and may your memory live on.
All right. I got the news, and I was deeply saddened because this man knows my brother. Shout out to my brother Prince. You know, free my brother Prince of Pentium. He's in there. But before he went in, like I said, my brother's book, Prince of Pentium, Life of a Computer Hacker and Street Hustler. You know, we went to him and he pushed the book. He yelled it out, and all the Miami sales and all the Miami push came from being with Prince MARKIE DEE. But I gotta share this whole thing, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm not gonna say he was a friend, I'm gonna say he's a brother. Like, we vibed. This man, like I've got no shame on game. This man done put for my brother since my brother's been jammed up, he put money on my brother's books. We talked, we text. When we were still doing our show on Instagram Live, remember, you know what I'm saying, Maccabee, he came on live and shouted out and said, hey, I see y'all boys are doing your thing. And he announced on our platform that he was going on LL Cool J's Rock the Bells Radio on satellite on our show. So, you know, that shows the amount of level of respect that he liked what he was doing, like what we were doing. So I met this man probably going back 8-9 years ago, even closer to 10 years ago now. I came down from New York, went to Miami, and I met him. I'm not going to name drop the strip club, but I used to bounce at a strip club, and he was DJing. And I met him during the game of CeeLo. I didn't even know who he was. He cracked somebody's skull with a 4.56, was mad hype. And I was like, oh, damn, you know what I mean? And, you know, we went from there. We were vibing, we were talking, you know, we referenced what we know, you know what I'm saying? He a Brooklyn cat. We just talked about New York, everything. We talked about Long Island, we talked about upstate, we talked about everything. We just vibed. And from there, we built a friendship. And he basically, like, you know, told me about the things. When I came down here, before I met real people in Miami, he was like, there was a little bit of a target. And he told me, like, yeah, there's a little bit of a target since you got that Yankee hat on, you know what I mean? But once you get to meet the real people down here, it's going to be nothing but love and, you know, respect. And with that guidance, I wound up meeting real Miami niggas, you feel what I'm saying? So he mentored me a little bit before I really got out there on how the game was and how to get the money and how to do certain things. Oh, man. Sorry, I just think about, like, we had a lot of good times. The times at the strip club, I can't go into details. We have fun there. The times that we're talking, the times that he invited me to see 99 Gems, and I got to look on behind the scenes side and see things, and like, oh, he answered every question I had. You know, a mentor of before I got on radio of how to do it and how it's done and how, like, yo, don't try to be a radio host, be you, and it will come in naturally because you're naturally entertaining. That came from Prince MARKIE DEE. yeah, man, his real name, like Mark Anthony Morales, you feel what I'm saying? He passed away on the 18th, and his birthday was on the 19th. So one day before his birthday. So like, that it just really hit home with me like, yo, that's crazy. You feel what I'm saying? He was of the Fat Boys. His movie was called The Disorderlies. These are hits. You feel what I'm saying? One of the songs I can go back and remember is Stick 'em. And that's the first time you heard the human beatbox. Rest in peace to also Darren Robinson. Buff Love, his other alias, which is like the beatbox thing and how he brought it to the game. And that was my best interpretation of it. You know what I'm saying? But it was smooth in how he would rap and flow. And, he's coming from an old school era. And, when he came on stage, you can watch videos from the 80s when they come on stage, when they're going, fat, fat, fat boys. And they come there in their big suits and having fun and shit like that. So I will always remember that. I appreciate the guidance he gave me. I'm so sad that he's gone, you know what I'm saying? And I will say this, like, take care of yourself, you feel what I'm saying? And take care of your loved ones. And by that, I mean, just be around, be supportive, and let everyone know how you feel because, tomorrow ain't promised to nobody. You feel what I'm saying? So that's what I'm taking the message for that. And I know he would want me, you know what I'm saying, like to share that, you feel what I'm saying? So, yeah, man, rest in peace, my brother. You will be missed. I'm laughing about all the good times we had. I'm laughing about you hanging out with us in the club, going out to eat. You feel what I'm saying? Nigga would go home to Danny's just to get a grilled cheese sandwich. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I'll remember that shit, yo. Like, let me get tomatoes grilled cheese sandwich. Like, real humble, never used his, you know what I'm saying? Like, never made you feel like he was under him since he made it, did his thing. You feel what I'm saying? So that's all I've got to say. And those are the memories I have of him. And I appreciate everything you ever said to me. Our conversations are, even he said, when you talking, don't dumb it down. Because at one point in time, I was like, damn, man, like when you on the radio, you really be saying some shit. And I don't know if everyone's catching up to where your intelligence is. He's like, don't dumb down for nobody. Either you're going to get it or not, but you got to be you. So, you know what I mean? So I always remember that being taught to me. And rest in peace, man. Like, I'm going to miss you. I'm going to miss the little text messages here and there. I ain't going to front like we talked every day, but when we did talk, it was good conversation.
Man, rest in peace to the God, man. Rest in peace to that legend. On to our next topic, Meek Mill's and 6IX9INE beef. I don't know if you guys saw a video that went viral, 6IX9INE, being 6IX9INE, being a troll ass, snitch, and Meek Mill's going at it and stuff like that. How you guys feel about this?
Go ahead, Lance.
I am going to be 100% honest. I talked to my big homie about this, and he said a simple punch in the face is a simple assault charge, and it was well worth embarrassing a rat trying to play you. That's what the big homie said. So I'm just putting it out there. So my personal experience, my personal opinion, man, I couldn't see myself allowing this man to run up on me like that and just be shouting at no camera phone. Like, I'm not condemning Meek. I'm not trying to shit here and shade what he should have done. I'm not telling him he handled it wrong. I just would have really liked to see some of that Meek Mill come out real quick. You know what I mean? That phone shit, that's corny, bro. And I would have liked to see more out of Meek Mill in that situation than talking about, he trying to get me caught up. I'm not saying he not trying to get you caught up. I expected a better showing, man. Like, goddamn, this nigga a rat. Everybody killing him. Everybody this, everybody that. The man show his face, and it's like, maybe Meek, maybe you know something, maybe you do something, maybe I don't know. I just looking at it from my seat. I don't like the way that was handled with all the talking that went into this and how everybody's been so open with their willingness to speak on how he ain't shit and how he a rat and our culture shouldn't accept that. I just really thought it would have been a much larger response than in the camera, he trying to get me.
this whole thing was like, it was corny to me. I kind of agree with you. You said your big homie told you like, yo, it's a simple assault charge for a punch in the face. But is it ever really simple when you reach the level of status that these guys are in? You know what I mean? You would say like the average person, 100% agree with you. It's a simple assault charge. But I don't know. Sometimes you got to think twice. And no evidence with this. I'm just giving a scenario. Who knows what was in Meek Mill's vehicle? You feel what I'm saying? Like if there's something that police shouldn't come up to, like, because that simple assault charge is going to be highlighted times 1,000. Police are coming. They're taking reports. Can you step out the car, please? What's that in the vehicle? You feel what I'm saying? I don't know what was in there. Now, it could have been nothing. And then, like you said, he should have just ate that and hit him. But until I understand the mindset, I'm not going to judge like, you should have just did that, because if he's legitimately sitting on something that he's not supposed to, that simple assault charge is going to get really, really serious now. Don't have any evidence. I'm not saying that's the case, but I got to respect the man's move until I understand the whole scenario. Because, yeah, I think, and that, yeah, there was offensive linemen there basically blocking them from really getting to each other. That man, we all know that Tekashi wasn't going to step to him one-on-one, like, what's up, man? Shoot the fade real quick. That nigga's not built like that. You feel what I'm saying? Like, let's be real on that one. So now you got these bodyguards, and they say, oh, he's an off-duty cop. Yeah, maybe. There are people that do security, that bodyguard, that are off-duty cops. So it's possible. But nigga, don't act like you came solo and I can't see your protection right by your side. And he did, you know what I mean? Fuck out of here, yo. Like, that shit was corny. And I would like to see Meek Mill do more, like Lance said, but I don't know what the whole scenario is. But, you know, celebrity boxing matches are coming up real quick. If the shit's really real, go ahead and pop up.
I don't think Tekashi popping up for no celebrity boxing match though. That shit. Like, who wouldn't sign up for that?
Yeah. Going back to last week when we had Benzino and Eminem talking about, you know, celebrities getting to into the boxing ring. Yo, man, these rappers, you know, legally they should probably just set it up. But you know what? Like Tekashi will probably have a long ass list of people trying to probably want to fight him. 100%.
Lance included. Lance will be right there.
Yeah, man.
It's for the culture.
Have a list of a long list, and you know all he's gonna say is "suck my whatever." You feel me? And
that is the most demand. Like when a nigga say that, that's supposed to come with a right hook. You'll suck my dick. What? Like you feel what I'm saying? Like
I'm a New Yorker, and I use "suck my dick" with regularity. You cut me off in traffic, suck my dick when I pull up next to you.
Facts.
Wait. You say some shit or you do some shit you ain't supposed to do around me, I'm gonna tell you, yo, suck my dick, bro. Yeah. But I ain't gonna lie, when I do say that, I don't say it and expect it to be like, oh yeah, whatever, bro. No, when you say suck my dick, you are kind of like, all right, I'm taking it there. Whether you meet me there is something different.
Facts. Like, you know, even if there was a man enough to meet you there, you open the door like, all right, nigga, you know, now I'm letting my nuts hang. What's up? Like, you feel what I'm saying? You say that. Some niggas not going to ring the bell like, okay, that's, you know, we going to run it, or, you know what I mean? Yeah, you was never man enough. That's why I said that to you. Didn't do anything, pussy. You feel what I'm saying?
Facts.
Honestly, if there was a fight between these two individuals, who you would think would win?
See, and things like this in athletic competition and fighting, I always go with the superior black athlete. So I'm gonna go with Meek Mill.
All right.
You know, in boxing, you remember at one point in time, it was always the best Mexican versus the best black man. That's how they built boxing. You got, you know what I mean? Like Roberto Duran versus Sugar Ray Robinson, is it? Or is it Sugar Ray Leonard? I think it's Leonard's the one from the 80s or whatever. I always get those two mixed up. But they always try to get the best Mexican versus the black. You know what I'm saying? So let them fight. Maybe since Tekashi's Mexican, maybe he's got a trick up his sleeve.
I'm moving on to more news with Meek Mill. So I guess there was a track from Meek Mills that was leaked, and it was in reference to Kobe Bryant. It goes, yeah, if I ever lacking, I'm going out with the chopper. It will be another Kobe. You know, so social media, he's been receiving a lot of backlash over this rhyme. You know, do you think it's disrespectful? Do you think we shouldn't be mentoring Kobe unless it's in some way of respect? What you think?
I just think it's just too soon. Like, I know it's been over a year, but you gotta remember, like, niggas really love, like, Kobe. Like, niggas really that appreciate basketball love the Black Mamba mentality. Like, you see it all over sports. Everyone talks about the Mamba mentality. Like, Kobe really means a lot to the culture, and it just was too soon. That was it. Like, if he did this 10 years from now, when things was a little bit, calmer, I don't think he gets the backlash. But because people are still, like, mourning over Kobe, like I said on, like, a few episodes back, I'm like, yo, Kobe's, I know he's dead, but I still don't have the vibe that Kobe's really not here anymore. Like, you feel what I'm saying? Because all the old school basketball cats, like everyone from, like, the top 50 ever are still, like, alive. Like, you feel what I'm saying? So, like, the fact that someone like him is gone, like, I know that he's not here, but it never sunk in, like, yo, he's really not here no more, because he's just, his presence, you can still feel his presence. If that makes sense to anybody. You feel what I'm saying?
I'm not gonna lie. When I heard the line, these are the first things that came to my mind. Poor taste, cheap, lazy, classless, and unnecessary.
Unnecessary, I agree.
Yeah.
Because
that's the best way to describe it. Good
it's
list.
like I don't even want to give him the out of saying it was too soon. What I want to say is just you shouldn't have fucking said it. Especially coming after an altercation with a rat. And then you talking about, well, if they catch me, I'm gonna go out with my chopper like I'm Kobe. But I didn't see none of that energy in the actual exchange with Tekashi 6IX9INE.
That's true.
So that kind of rubbed me the wrong way. And I say that without condemning him for not catching the simple assault charge. Like I was told would have been the real move. But it's Kobe fucking Bryant. It's a fucking legend, bro. Why would a legend even be in your crossfires to make a lyric? Like it's Kobe fucking Bryant. You couldn't think of nothing else. You couldn't come up with a I don't know, like Kobe done drained a lot of niggas from three. You couldn't say hit a nigga up like Kobe from three. Like, I don't know. It just seemed like Kobe's done a lot more with his career where you could have spun it like you were doing the damage as Kobe rather than opening up the wound of a legend who recently died when it was just truly unnecessary. So Meek Mill definitely takes an L on that one.
Mm-hmm.
And he deserves the backlash 110%.
Now, I just want to say this, and I just want your opinion, because I agree with your list, and you got deep on it, and I agree. Tasteless, no class, and also you said unnecessary. That was a good list. I like it. Do you think in 10, 15, would you care in 10 or 15 years? That's why I said too soon.
Yes, I would care only because saying Kobe went out with his chopper, it's like, all right, it's cute, bro. But as soon as you say Kobe went out in that chopper, what's the first thing that you guys think about? Because I think about Gianna.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think about the whole situation. And no disrespect because they get the most fame, but the other families that died in there too. There was another little girl that passed away. I think about all the early deaths. You know what I'm saying? Absolutely. But Gianna's up there. I can't front like I don't because of the popularity. But yeah, absolutely.
No, we don't have to sugarcoat that. It was Kobe Bryant and his daughter, because if Kobe Bryant wasn't on that chopper, it would just be like some well-off Caucasian people died in a helicopter accident. Kobe Bryant and his daughter on that chopper, that made that national story. Mm-hmm. It made it impactful to our community. So let's not sell it short like the fact that Kobe and his daughter on that chopper isn't what made it a story.
Oh, 100%. I'm not saying that wasn't a multiplier times a million. But I'm against kids dying, period. You feel what I'm saying? Like, there was another little girl that died early. Like, I feel that shit. Like, you know what I mean? Like, right. Like our episode, go check out Susan Billis when she talked about save a life. Like, there's unnecessary kids dying. I'm always against that. You know what I'm saying? So I get what you're saying. If he wasn't there, does this get the national news that it did before? No, you would just hear about a helicopter company dying with, you wouldn't get the name, a family with kids involved died. It would be big, but it wouldn't get the news that Kobe and his daughter got. I 100% agree with you, and I understand what you're saying.
Yo, it just shouldn't have been said, period. Like, look, you can say something negative about Tupac, right now, and I still take offense of it. I don't care if he died 20 years ago, 50 years ago. You feel me? So, you know,
facts.
To me, it's not like about, oh, there's enough time that has gone by to you know, to make a reference to this, or, you know, to the whole Chopper incident, you know? So I think Meek Mills probably owes an apology, at least an IG apology, saying that, you know, it's an immature mistake on his part. And pretty much just that like, what can you do? You just gotta learn from your mistakes, you know?
Yeah, absolutely.
I will say this though. Why not bring up Nipsey? Do you think it was a comfortability, a respect thing, or was it just a catchy line?
Yeah.
Yeah, how does he bounce back from that? Is he going to say, because I've heard people say when they mention other people's names, it's because they have a high level of respect for the person they dropped. I don't know how he's going to angle this. You feel what I'm saying? That's why I said sometimes they say time heals all wounds. It definitely, with everything you said, I just feel like time was bad. You might still say it in 10 years, I still feel it was distasteful. But there's some lines that people say, like if someone says Tupac and going out with, you know, all eyes on me and shit, people are like, damn, he's dead, but the wound is kind of like healed now. You feel what I'm saying? It's like now if they did it right away, you guys, everyone's up in arms. What did you just say about Pac? You got us fucked up. You know what I mean?
Okay, but how did you feel about the Pusha T line talking about Drake's producer 40, but he was like, tick, 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 like talking about his sickness and shit. Cause I thought that was out of bounds then. I still feel like it was out of bounds now. How do y'all feel about that line? Because as a punchline and a diss record, like it was vicious. Like tick, tick, tick. That shit was serious. But you weren't even battling the man. You know what I mean? So I don't know.
But you know what? Battle rap's supposed to, but when you're trying to tear somebody down, like the gloves are supposed to come off. Like it's supposed to get personal, disrespectful. If you fuck with him, then you deserve to get it too. That's how niggas take that shit. So when I hear someone say that, like, yo, this nigga fucking Pac said he fucked Big's wife. That's the most disrespectful shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, gloves are off though.
People saying he did fuck that nigga wife though.
Gloves are off though. I'm not saying he's lying the truth. I'm just saying like how disrespect when you come at somebody, it's supposed to get disrespectful.
So does that make Meek Mill's line more disrespectful, being that we acknowledge that?
It could be no response from Kobe though. That's the other thing too. Like when someone's in the grave, like they can't come back. Like if Kobe survived this incident, like, you know, whatever, like God be it, whatever, he wouldn't say it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it wouldn't make sense, but it's like when someone can defend themselves, you kind of do think twice about things, especially if you don't got beef with them.
Roy Jones is upset about the Fat Joe line. Even Roy Jones was forced to lean back. Nigga, Fat Joe said Roy Jones met him in a room like, yo, what you was talking about? So,
oh man, yo, on to political news. Trump beats second impeachment, which I've been seeing that shit coming. I wasn't worried about his ass getting impeached anyway. So,
I mean, to break it down, I knew he was going to get impeached because I don't want people to say they don't even know the difference between impeachment and being found guilty. And impeachment means we filed the lawsuit basically saying we got the papers of impeachment. So he got impeached. He wasn't found guilty of what he was impeached for. So I just want to put that disclaimer out. Yes, we're smart. Yes, we, read books and we're educated black men over on this side. I didn't know which way it was going to go. I'm going to keep it 100. I didn't know if they were going to say they got him this time or we was going to get away with it. I didn't know. I'm not going to say, oh, yeah, I knew it or I didn't know it. Like, I had no idea what was going to happen. You know what I'm saying? It seemed like they put up a strong case. Seemed like he got some lawyers that I heard a couple of things they were saying. I even heard a certain amount of people say, well, he's out of office. Is it time to, can you truly get him? I heard people say, yes, we can. So I didn't know what was going to happen. You know what I'm saying? But it happened.
I love how politically correct and respectful you are to the situation, D-Wise, and how you bring this knowledgeable point of view on our topics. But let's be honest, Donald, it did not fucking matter. Like, let's be honest, they tried to impeach a nigga on his way out. And we talked, you know what I'm saying? And we have absolutely talked about this on previous shows. It's like, yo, The man has already lost the election. Stop putting the effort in to distance yourself when what you have to focus on is what's coming, what's literally down the line. It's like, oh yeah, we really wasn't fucking with Trump. Yeah, but Trump was cool when it was about beating Hillary or Bernie or whoever it was or whoever he was battling for the election when he won. So the move of trying to act like, oh, this not our guy and this and that. He was your guy when the time is right. And we'll never not see that. That'll always be on your resume. So it just continues to show that people would rather show or put symbols up like, oh, look, we're really with y'all and we were so against this. But what really needs to be done is the action, the change in the policies. If you didn't believe in a man like Donald Trump and his character, it didn't take 4 years in the presidency for you to realize that. You knew that when the man was running. But at the end of the day, your policies were more important. Your party was more important. So all that corny shit y'all doing now is a waste. Y'all really want to show that the American people are the priority. Send that fucking bread. And I'm talking to everybody. Even the people that you trying to make us fucking do vouchers and bullshit. I still ain't get my 600. I'm putting that out there. But yeah, but it's like, y'all want to act like the people are first, but you don't want to do shit to put the people first. So I'm not surprised. I don't give a damn, more importantly. And if you really thought that Donald Trump wasn't going to beat this case, then you a damn fool. You probably was too focused on the details of the case when the case was decided long before the goddamn trial started. So there you are looking at the goddamn distraction, and they over here already got it planned out.
False flag.
So it's like, hey man, if you're worried about that, hey, congratulations, man. You probably done missed out on Bitcoin. We know you missing the bigger picture. So I honestly don't give a fuck about Donald Trump beating the impeachment. If there's anything I care about with Donald Trump, it seems like he's getting a ban on like Twitter and shit like that. That seems like an oppression of your right to speak on a platform that we all have the right to. I'm more concerned about things like that rather than the president beating a fucking impeachment trial. Oh my God, I'm so surprised. He just beat one a couple months ago. So that's how I feel about that. Like, come on, man.
I'll say this, whether you like him or hate him though, he strives on just attention. So, even like, he's old school to the fact of like, there's a saying there's no such thing as bad publicity because he likes being on people's mind. Like, he likes that he's being talked about. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what he likes. Whether you like it or hate him, like, that's something he thrives on. Him going to the worst thing that could happen to Donald Trump, if people really want to use their minds, is he's gone. No one talk about him anymore. That would drive him insane if you really wanted to get to him because he wants attention. The fact that you have to focus on this court thing, that the name Donald Trump's being said, now you can think about connecting it to his hotel chain. You know what I mean? Like, that's cool with him. He might act like, oh, I'm upset I'm impeached again, but he's like, keep talking about me. Donald Trump is about Donald Trump. You feel what I'm saying? So that's what it was. You guys gave him more time in the sun. And like Lynn said, like, yo, focus on the other things. Man, I can't believe you still haven't got your 600. Like, that shit is crazy. You feel what I'm saying?
Or the lack of respect for an entrepreneurial black man in this country is disgusting.
And they talk about giving us more bread and like, damn, man, I hope you don't go in the pocket 2 times, dog.
Yo, I'm not gonna lie. I'll take the $600 loss if they sent me that 2 bands or that $1,400, however it is. I'll take it. But yo, it just, hey man, do your research, pay attention. Yo, this Donald Trump shit, I don't even know why it's in the news circuit. People are excited that his fucking hotel in Atlantic City got demolished. Who the fuck cares? They said the shit's been vacant. It's almost like they showing you, like, I'm gonna use a football analogy. It's like they're giving you the play action and y'all are eating it up and they dumping it over the top of your heads all day. Just they're not paying attention again. So that's how I feel about the whole situation, man. Like, Donald Trump gonna be a billionaire. He gonna get more money. He probably been investing in Bitcoin. Donald Trump gonna be all right. Are you gonna be all right?
Good
Focus
question.
on, are you gonna be all right, rather than some billionaire who done lost it and got it back already. Some of y'all done blew your goddamn last check chasing pussy, and you trying to figure out how to pay a bill. He a billionaire. He don't give a fuck. So why do we give a fuck about a case we knew he was gonna be?
Damn, 100%. The next case that we should be all looking out for is the George Floyd case. The trial starts next month. You know, the energy that we had last year for, everybody marching for George Floyd and, other Black lives that have been lost, was very, impacting on a lot of our lives, especially the Black community. I just want to see what the energy of the people are going to be this time around when the trial's going on. Do you think media is going to try to suppress this so people are not paying attention to this trial, or you think it's going to get a lot of media attention and, are people going to start marching again, protesting again? What's your thoughts on that?
Well, I'm happy this is coming in March. I believe they're saying March 29th is when they're going to get this trial on the road and get it started and everything. They were talking about it going as far back, pushing it back in June, because they're picking up the sense that there's going to be a lot of people and this is a different case, but I'm just trying to get you the impact of this case or this trial is going to be on some OJ Simpson shit where everybody was there. Everybody was outside waiting for what was going to happen. They wanted information every day. You'll have people out there protesting possibly. So they knew there was going to be a mass of people there waiting on the outcome of the case and, every day trying to get updates and reporters asking questions and shit like that. I think this is long overdue. One thing about criminal, from, knowing a little bit about criminal justice, the more time you give somebody, the more time it's easier to forget things, for things to slip in the cracks, from things to, for things to kind of help somebody. Because if people forget stuff, it helps the defense. And the faster you move things, the faster everything's fresh on the mind. So it goes with the prosecution. They're going after the guy that choked out George Floyd, which I'm probably going to murder his last name, but he's a piece of shit, Derek Chauvin. And then the other 3 cops, they get to have their own trial, so they're going to be together. Derek Chauvin gets his own case. Hey, guys, keep the same energy. Know that, support that family. I love all the athletes that came and showed their support for the family. I love all the, political activists that show support for the family. Let's do this right. And, hopefully, I would love to see justice to be served. Let's, make our mark right now and show that, the power is truly with the people.
Okay, before I respond, be prepared to be upset. Be prepared to have your heart broken. Be prepared to see the video of an innocent Black man being murdered, being played. I don't give a fuck if they blur the face out. I don't care. Because you'll all remember the time you saw without his face blurred out. This is the downside of democracy and the downside of this incredible country that we live in when it's run appropriately, because he has a right to this trial. You know what I mean? That's how it works. He has a right, to plead not guilty, even though we all saw this piece of shit murder an innocent Black man. So yeah, this is the downside. And what I'm struggling with is, how are you going to do it? How are you going to flip a testimony? How are you going to how are you gonna find this out? Where you gonna say where a piece of shit that put his knee on a man's neck for no fucking reason, who had a personal relationship with the man who people say, yeah, he didn't like him. How you gonna say that that man is innocent or that he doesn't deserve the punishment that we all think he deserves? Because if they do find him guilty, if you expect anything outside of 3 to 5 years, then again, you ain't been paying attention to how black men and black women are being policed in this country. This is an open and shut case. Even the fucking store clerk that called the police said it. And I know we can't charge him, but this is also what we speak about with the public perception, because it's the perception of the police that we're animals. You understand? It's the perception that that piece of garbage had of George Floyd even before that night because they worked in nightclubs or a bar together. It's that perception that fucking killed George Floyd. It ain't nothing he did. So the man that called the police, you perceive George Floyd as a threat, as a crook, as a thief, as a man trying to get over. While that same white piece of shit cop perceives him as a threat enough to put his fucking knee on his neck that night or that afternoon. So not only do we need to deal with the perception issue, we need to make sure that instead of looking toward heartbreak and disappointment, which is how I feel in this situation, we need to be in a situation we understand that this man is going to be punished and any other man is going to be punished no matter what his race when he kills any innocent man, especially a black man, in broad fucking daylight like it's okay. So on one hand, I want to say I'm looking forward to the trial. But how could you look forward to being disappointed? So I want a conclusion. I want the conclusion to be the right conclusion. Man, but living on this earth, I'm a black man. I done lived as a black man. I'm seeing how they treat us. I'm expecting this man to walk easy. I'm expecting the other 3 pieces of shit to walk easy. And we're going to do what we always do. We're going to protest. We're going to riot. They're going to bring the National Guard in. And 6 months later, 8 months later, we might have a dumbass like Meek Mill writing a rhyme about it. So shout out to Stack 5, Steven Jackson of All the Smoke, ESPN, Fox Sports, because he's consistently stayed down and made sure that his brother's name, as he calls him, Twin, has stayed out there. He's made a lasting impact on Stack's life, and I feel like we need to be prepared for another decision not to go in our favor, and we need to be ready for that.
You know what? I totally agree with you on this one. I think as a black people here in America, we're used to seeing everything not work in our favor, even when we know and even other races know that it should go in our favor. So, black people be ready to see what happens. Maybe this will be the first time justice may be served, or maybe the usual. You feel me? Definitely three are gonna walk if one doesn't. If not all of them.
It's how they did the charges. I don't know what they did for the other 3 besides of Derek Chauvin. And if I'm fucking up his name, so be it. Fuck that guy. But they tried to give him murder 1, and then I knew what a murder 1 would have came with, because you have to know the law. You have to charge people appropriately. That's how people get away with certain crimes, because people get too gung-ho about the charge and like, oh, this is murder 1. Like, nah, it's not premeditated murder. That's murder 1. This is murder 2. You know what I'm saying? But if they continue, what showed me that there's some light at the end of the tunnel is if they kept with the murder 1 thing, I knew they were opening the door to have a possibility of not us getting any justice because it wasn't the right charge. You know what I'm saying? But since I saw them lower to murder 2, and I see the strategies being changed a little bit, I'm seeing some light at the end of the tunnel. I'm hoping that this can be done right, because if you don't do this the right way with evidence, like, yo, we have camera evidence of what you did. If he walks out of this, like, yo, that Rodney King shit ain't nothing. You know
I'm sorry.
They had video evidence on the Rodney King shit, and they got off. If he walks away with this, that you want to talk about riots, you want to talk about people losing the control, and I'll say justifiably so. Like, yo, we're tired. We're getting sick of this.
And I want to agree with you 110%, but I don't. They're gonna find this piece of shit innocent, or they're gonna find some way for him to get off. And we're not going to care as a people, and it's when you look at us in its entirety. Even if most of us do, what is most of us caring gonna do for us and do for that family when those fucking pieces of shit are walking? Like, this is, I like this. It really does bother me, because there's a in New York, where I'm from, they basically call this man a serial killer because he's stabbing people on the train. They found that man, no problem. They got him. Everything is what it is, and everybody's okay. I bet you that man can't leave the state before his trial starts. They let this piece of shit travel. If I'm not mistaken, they were trying to get this case moved out of Minnesota because they were worried about a biased jury. Those sound like the actions of lawyers and a defense party defending someone that they genuinely believe is innocent. That's scary to me. Not to mention, we talked about murder 1. The most important thing in a murder 1 conviction is proving that it was premeditated. Mm-hmm. We can make the connection that Derek, garbage piece of shit, knew the man before and did not like him. So if that ain't proven, I'm not, and you know what, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe that's not genuinely proven, but I know if motherfucking Ray didn't like John and John turned up dead on Thursday, they're going to be at Ray house by Saturday morning. And they're not going to have to be, you know what I'm saying? So I don't like the way this feels. It makes my stomach hurt. And I don't feel like we're going to get any sort of justice. We may riot for a day. We may march for a couple days, and then they'll be talking about COVID and shutting us down for a couple more months. And then people be worried about, whoa, I gotta wear a mask, and when's it gonna be over? And just like that, we'll be focused on that rather than what's important. And that's what troubles me the most.
You know, I gotta speak into existence that we gotta get justice, because I believe that there's power in the tongue, there's power when you say things like. And the fact that he didn't move out there because, like you said, they were trying to move the case. Well, they put an end to that. Like, no, you're being here. The bullshit was that they did allow him to get bail. I remember we talked about that earlier when they let him get bail. So that was on some other shit. But the fact that the case is still there and they switched from murder 1 to murder 2. See, when you talked about murder 1, it gets shaky when you say that, because now you have to say that when he called the police, like there's more room for it not to go there, because when he called the police, he had to know right away, like, oh, that's such and such. He's there. I don't get it. But the fact that they called the police and you didn't know who was closest to him, who was going to get there first. You feel what I'm saying? Now you got more room to play with to prove that it's not murder 1. And now you charge him with murder 1 and it's not murder 1 and he can swim out of there. You charge him with murder 2, you can get rid of all the premeditated shit, because you don't even need to do, even if you think maybe we can get a murder 1, which it'd be kind of hard because I can start making a case for myself where I can say no. You want to go for the guarantee, like murder 2 ain't no joke. You know what I'm saying? So we don't need to go on that premeditated shit. Here's the evidence, you killed them, you did this, you didn't, blah, blah, blah. You didn't have the right. Like, it's a lot easier to knock that down. Murder 1 does come with more time, but murder 2 ain't no joke either. That's still a good amount of time. I hear what you're saying, because we've been through this so many times, but I can understand why you'd be like, I don't know if I can go on that ride again. I don't know if I can think positive, because we've been fucked over so many times. I get the mindset. I do, and I can't fight you on that. Like, if you naturally feel that way, you can back it up with evidence in other crimes and other cases where we've gotten fucked. I can't go against your mindset. I can only say that I gotta be positive on the case of I hope justice is served. We have evidence. It seems like things are leaning towards the favor, and this man and his family deserve this. You know what I'm saying? This 100%.
All right, moving on to other things in the world. They landed what's it called, a rover on Mars successfully.
Yes, sir.
You know, what does this mean for the future of probably the trillion years and billion years that if they think they could probably go outside outer space and maybe live on Mars or something like that?
Let me take this first because I want to get straight to the point. I don't give a fuck.
100 either.
Fuck Mars. You motherfuckers spent all that money trying to land a piece of metal on Mars. So let's count what people. Let's count the major discoveries and major big finance projects of America this year or in the last 12 months. A vaccine for COVID and landing a fucking robot on Mars. Man, I couldn't think of a dumber waste of money than worried about fucking Mars during a fucking pandemic and when we have so many issues that money could have been used for. Are you out your fucking mind? Has anybody seen these fucking numbers for this fucking bucket of bolts to land on Mars? Fine. Maybe you don't know the price that it took to get up there. Do you understand the goddamn price of maintenance? Fucking bucket of bolts on Mars? Absolutely ridiculous. This is the absolute definition of white people with too much money and too much time. And not enough give a fuck. We have way too many issues that money could have been used to solve. So I don't give a fuck. Fuck Mars. Is there some new Mars pussy out there? That wet on Mars or something? I don't give a fuck about Mars, bro. Fix what we got here. This right here? Put in on this, man. Fuck Mars.
I agree with him when he said that, like, there's so much more stuff on Earth that we can put the money into. We have homeless. We got, kids that are going hungry. I completely understand why you said that. You still haven't got your $600 citizen's check.
That's a goddamn fact.
and then we're on Mars. I can understand why you say, you fuck that shit. Pay me, nigga. You put this shit on there for millions and I still ain't get my 600. I can understand why you're livid.
Goddamn right.
But I'll just say this. Because the program's dying, because they said NASA was going to die and everything, for all those future kids because I believe going to the moon is done. So for all the future generation, maybe my daughter would like to be a rocket scientist and she'll be able to go to, worry about, extending her career for people that are, because NASA is about to go like bankrupt. They were talking about, hey, there's no money there. So if this gave them some money, cool. I understand there's way more we can do here with the money. I agree with that 110%. But hey, Lance, let's say this Mars things go somewhat decent and they come back and Lance is the first person to get a hybrid marijuana from Mars as the best thing ever. I think Lance would be like, Mars was necessary.
You know what? I'm going to be honest with you. Mars was not necessary because my question will be, is there some Mars pussy up there?
Oh, so if you had the best weed that was grown from the soil of Mars, you wouldn't care?
Again, is there some Mars pussy up there that I could smoke?
I don't know. They haven't found out about life yet. I think. Then I don't
give a fuck about Mars. Then Cali got good weed, New York got good weed, Colorado got good weed. For the money that y'all are spending to get that bucket of shit up there, there better be some Mars pussy up there. I'm talking about waterfall Mars. The way wasting time. You're wasting money. I mean, there literally better be. What's the movie with those blue people with Sanaa Lathan? Avatar. There better be some Avatar pushing up there.
Would you fuck an Avatar? You would fuck an Avatar, like an Avatar female?
Yo, nigga, you better stop playing Sanaa Lathan in that. Not Sanaa Lathan. What's that? What's her name? Zoe Saldana in anything. Blue, pink, purple, tail, no tail, mustache, sideburns, all that. Mars pussy.
They were like 14 feet tall. Like, you feel what I'm saying? Like, yeah.
They say don't go chasing waterfalls, nigga. I be out there.
Wow. Next topic. We'll end on that.
Yo, so we've been talking about cryptocurrency and Bitcoins and Ethereum and all that. So Bitcoin officially has become $1 trillion asset. So shout out to all my cryptocurrency holders out there. Your Bitcoin is going up, your Ethereum is going up, your Polkadot's going up, whatever the hell you got holding right now is going up, man. You feel me? So shout out to Bitcoin doing his thing. $1 trillion asset.
Shout out to Drew. I keep messing up. How do you pronounce his last name?
Drew DeAndrea.
Shout out to Drew DeAndrea, because Drew, go watch the show. I'm not going to give you the gems. I keep telling you guys this. We saw this coming. Drew came and told you. Y'all done fucked up and missed the first wave. Please don't miss the second. Everyone here, they're invested in crypto. I love that it's going up. I'm happy. I'm going to I got to put more in there. Drew done told you, hey, put all that in, Bitcoin and the future crypto, the cryptocurrency. But Bitcoin right now is hot. You need to get your bread on there. Go watch that episode. You would have to pay somebody to give you the information, the gems that he gave you. You know what I'm saying? I'm happy and I'm ecstatic. Now it's worth $1 trillion. My money keep getting bigger.
I'm gonna be honest with you, man. Being that my fucking punk ass president didn't give me my 600, I had to take my money out of crypto to pay a bill. So fuck you, government. Your plan to oppress the black man is in full effect.
Yo, man, legendary Big Money Boy Ledge, legendary. All right, man. So shout out to Lauryn Hill, man. Her album, the Miseducation of Lauryn Hill went diamond, yo. You feel me? It's an awesome album. Lauryn Hill, she the GOAT.
Shout out to Lauryn Hill. Fucking going diamond. Super major. It's almost, how they tell you don't know what you had till it's gone? Lauryn Hill is, if that statement was a person, that's Lauryn Hill. Because when Lauryn Hill was kicking that shit about, like, niggas only want your goodies, mommy, it was like, yo, chill, Lauryn. Goddamn, you ain't got to blow me up. I'm still going to be good to her. Nowadays, it's like everybody got that shit. Like, listen, nigga, you pay my T-Mobile bill. We good, nigga. Nigga, pop it, twerk it for a bill, nigga. It's almost like we need more Lauryn Hill music. You know what I'm saying? And it's almost like, especially as a male, you almost appreciate it even more. Not knocking the women that put the music out now. It's not what it's about. If that's what we were about, we would do so. But you just appreciate a message other than sell your body or make a profit off what you got or shake what your mama gave you. And it's just, even as a male listening to her music, you can almost take it in and be like, yeah, I'm not that dude. I don't want to be that dude. Or just to have a completely different point of view if you've never seen it like that. Because at the end of the day, we are men.
Hey, man, shout out to Queen Lauryn Hill, the Nubian goddess Lauryn Hill, however you want to name her. I always appreciate to her, her music was always raw. I don't care, and well deserved. And on that album, real quick, I'm just gonna say, Lost Ones was on that album, which is the Miseducation of Lauryn Hill. X Factor was on that album. To Zion was on that album. Doo-Wop was on that album. Superstar was on that album. Final Hour, When It Hurts So Bad. I Used to Love Them. Forgive Them, Father. Every ghetto, every city, Nothing Even Matters. Everything Is Everything. The Miseducation of Lauryn Hill. Can't Take My Eyes Off of You and Tell Them. That was all on that album. That was a good album. You know what I'm saying? It deserved to go diamond. The Nubian Queen, you know what I'm saying? Black guys, Lauryn Hill, always been with her. She's never been afraid to be different. I like that she can rap and sing. She was doing that way before with a positive message. You feel what I'm saying? So congratulations. You know what I mean? Point blank, period.
Another sister we got to shout out on her success is Rihanna. Her lingerie line has hit $1 billion. That's what's up, man. I'm proud of her. She's a very successful individual. Her next to Beyonce, and Lauryn Hill, just global superstar, and also, to be an entrepreneur as well,
I'm glad that it came something that she does. She, Rihanna's always looks sexy, and every time she puts an outfit on in her music video, some lingerie on or a bikini on, she always looks amazing. So this was right up her alley. She was putting amazing stuff onto her body. She's always been sexy, and she beat out as far as female musicians. She beat Beyonce. So she is now, Rihanna's lingerie hits 1 billion. She becomes the wealthiest female musician now. Like, this just happened. You know what I mean? So, that's an accomplishment. You feel what I'm saying? So shout out to that queen as well. You know what I mean? And I like how she did it. She did her stuff, internationally first and then crossed over to the States and everything like that. You know what I mean? So shout out to, our sisters. They winning right now.
Definitely. Shout out to Rihanna. Her brand is definitely sexy. There are a lot of IG models, there are a lot of women that are brand ambassadors. So I'm pretty sure you probably seen some Savage Fenty and didn't even know it. Big ups to Rihanna for even influencing the culture to the point where you had your favorite stars even wanting to be Rihanna. Like, let's not shit on the fact that Beyonce deep down always was chasing Rihanna, even though Beyonce was ahead of Rihanna. Like that whole wave of changing up that energy of being more open and all that, that's Rihanna's wave. You know what I mean? Let's be honest about it. But Rihanna's been dope since day one. DJ Pond, I'm never you playing. I'm not never all that good shit. You know what I'm saying? Like Rihanna's always been bad. Like you make fun of her big ass forehead, but I bet there's only less than 1% of the world that'll turn Rihanna down if she walk up to you and say, let's smoke a blunt or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So it's always dope when you see people like Rihanna who believe in her product, who believe in people because she's big into work in other countries and doing the right thing in those type of situations. So it's always dope to see people rewarded when they do that kind of work and they give back with their talent and their success. So kudos to her, and definitely big ups to any woman of color that can reach that level of that status where you came up with an idea or a concept that's valued at $1 billion. Like that's her shit, and it's valued at $1 billion. That can never be understated. It can never be undersold. Like that's amazing.
Yeah, you know what I'm gonna do for Rihanna? I'm gonna go buy your lingerie for my wife. Thank you so much for coming out with it.
Baby number 2 on the way.
All right, so Nihama. So, the next topic is Mortal Kombat, nigga. I know we watched that shit growing up. Shout out to our Chinese, Japanese audience out there, Nihama. You already know what it is. Yo, that shit look raw as hell. You feel me? I ain't finna lie, bro. What's your thoughts?
Man, this all goes back to my childhood. 1992, October 8th, Mortal Kombat comes out for Sega Genesis. I'm going to take it back there and playing it. And then they're like, back in the day, we didn't get the internet cheat codes. We had to buy video game magazines to read out the fatalities, to turn on the blood cheat, to do all this stuff. We had to do that. And I was blessed enough to have all the siblings in the house that had the magazines and, let me turn this on real quick. And parents really didn't know how violent the shit was. You know what I'm saying? But that shit was cool. If you can remember Mortal Kombat, there was a stage called The Pit. And you give them with the right uppercut, bah! The nigga fly over and go on spikes and die. And the thing would say, fatality. You know what I'm saying? I'm going back to 92 October with the cartridge in Sega Genesis, yo. Then Mortal Kombat 2 came out and the shit hit every arcade. So what you had to do, you had to go get the magazine, write it down in your little book or paper. So when you beat somebody in the arcade, you can put the little thing in and do that. And there was always a line in the Mortal Kombat things. Then we go to the movie, the first movie. You know, it was real enjoyable. I love the first movie, Mortal Kombat, that came out. You know what I'm saying? Oh, man, I went to the theater and saw it. I was hyped. I couldn't wait. The movies after that, it kind of fell off. I won't lie to you because I'm an honest person. But the video game stayed hot because I do also hold the last Mortal Kombat that came out, which came out April 23rd of 2019, and I played it on my Xbox One. And what started happening is Warner Bros. Took a hold of it, so their story mode was actually like a mini movie now. So I'm like, yo, this shit is hot. The storylines are hot. And they gave you a bunch of new characters you get to and download characters and different perspectives and stuff like that. It's a dope game. I've been waiting all this time for them to do a good movie, though, because they tried to do it with other video game movies and it just didn't hit. I saw the trailer for the Mortal Kombat movie, and I'm excited. It looks like it's going to be raw. I see the characters they got. I saw the fight scenes. I cannot wait to see this. I am so excited to see this movie. I'm gonna keep it real. Like, I am going to put my mask on, and maybe I'll go buy a Sub-Zero or Scorpion mask. You know, if you're a Mortal Kombat person, you know about those people. I'll put that mask on and I'll watch the movie. Maybe I'll put some Johnny Cage sunglasses on and watch it. I'm just excited. So I cannot wait. It's gonna be a good movie, and that's my take on it. Go ahead, Lance.
I'm gonna be honest with you. This is one of those movies where even when they did the originals, you were like, oh my God, these movies are so fucking dope. But as you've gotten older and technology has improved, you've kind of sat back and said, damn, what would a movie look like with this new technology? What would this movie look like with these new graphics? And Mortal Kombat is falling right into that mold. So I can't wait to see the Scorpion. Get over here. I can't wait to see Sub-Zero fucking with the crystals. In the preview, it looked like he was fighting with an ice sword. So it's just, yo, this is, like you said, it dates us to an extent because when my Mortal Kombat came out, but who gives a fuck? You young niggas ain't getting nothing but repeats and redressed up carbon copies of what we doing. So let's be real. And we ain't even that old. We just got the flyest shit ever. Those Jordans you rocking, we got them when they first came out. You know what I'm saying? You got some 7s and some 13s coming out this month. We had them when they first dropped. So this is what Mortal Kombat is. When y'all coming back talking about this shit is the dopest shit ever, yeah, we had it firsthand on Shaken Genesis. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, man, I'm looking forward to this fly shit. I'm looking forward to any time they recreate something from our childhood. You know what I mean? Like, Iron Man was cool, but Iron Man wasn't really, really that cool as a kid. It was like, I'm not reading no comic to peep that, or if he popped up on a cartoon, it was more about X-Men and Spider-Man. But even Spider-Man got doper when they put it on a movie. You know what I'm saying? Iron Man is the dopest shit you ever seen in your life since Tony Stark became Robert Downey Jr. So now they giving you fucking Mortal Kombat with the graphics and all like that. Man, I'm sold, man. I can't wait. I'm ordering HBO Max tomorrow. Okay, that's a lie. Probably not tomorrow. But when Mortal Kombat is set to come out, I'm going to order it that week so I get my 7 days free because I got to see that.
I just want to end this segment by saying, Mortal Kombat! I love that. Next topic, Pablo McAbee.
Happy Gilmore? Adam Sandler?
How dare you just say it like that? How dare Pablo McAbee, that I got so much love and respect for, say Happy Gilmore? Adam Sandler? Fucking the Sandman, Adam Sandler. He deserves respect. Fucking the movie Happy Gilmore came out February 16th, 1996. 25-year anniversary just hit. Happy Gilmore. Fucking Shooter McGavin. Chris McDonald, Shooter McGavin. Respect these people. That movie is one of the funniest, I don't give a fuck, movies Like that, if you didn't see Adam Sandler from Saturday Night Live, you got to see him real funny in that movie. He did other movies before that, but that movie right there, I gotta say, like I can watch it right now and still laugh at every part I see coming. You know what I'm saying? To the Shooter McGavin going, hey, make sure you wear a jacket at 9 o'clock. Look nice on the back green at 10. And he said, oh, what happens at that time? Secret of the pros. And then he gets wet and he comes back ready to whip his ass. It's like when he was like, oh, I like to see you whip my ass. And he breaks the beer bottle. He said, bring it on then. He's like, shit, I was talking about the chorus. What's going on here? Oh, I lost my bottle. There's pieces. Oh, there's some of it over there. Oh, I found some of it right there on the floor. And then he just stares at Shooter as he leaves. Like that movie got so many funny things. The iconic golf swing. Everyone's done it. If you ever picked up a golf club, you done try to lean back a little bit, take them little hop steps, and pop and hit the ball. You know what I'm saying? Shooter McGavin's cockiness on the golf court. Shooter. You like niggas always mimic that shit. The shit's been funny. Congratulations, 25-year anniversary. I brought this back because I saw they did that shit on social media where I am saying I did the golf swing, the Happy Gilmore golf swing. And Shooter McGavin did his short game putt. He put the ball in and, gave him the trigger things. And well-deserved, great movie. Go back and watch it. Definitely stamped and approved by 25 Year the Culture. You got to see it.
This is one of those movies that fall into the category of cult classic. Adam Sandler in himself is a fucking genius. Adam Sandler is another one of those comedic geniuses where the movie is about absolutely nothing. But you put Adam Sandler in it and you let him put his tweaks on it, you're going to laugh your fucking ass off. Shooter McGavin, one of the funniest bad guys you'll ever see in a movie. Even if he doesn't fit the normal category of bad guy, Shooter McGavin is an arch nemesis of epic proportions. And he's hilarious. So if you haven't seen it because we've dated ourselves again and let you know that we're a little older than you bums, you know what I'm saying? Go ahead and check the movie out. It's hilarious start to finish. I hope I'm saying her name right, but Julie Bowen, I think she's on Modern Family. Correct. Girl, you age like fine wine because on that show you were a hard 8. But man, there's something about you on Modern Family, girl. You're a hard 9. I don't know if it's your role. I don't know if it's the comedy involved, but Julie Bowen, top notch. The movie's hilarious. You got Apollo Creed in the movie. You know what I'm saying? So if you're unaware, educate yourselves. We tell you to educate yourselves all the time. Stocks. Now we tell you to educate yourselves on movies. If you haven't seen it, tune in. If you've seen it already, then you know why we're so excited about it and why it made the show and why we are here to congratulate it on making 25 years because it's an iconic fucking movie.
Yo, thanks for rocking with us. With the big fellas. With 25-8 The Culture. With the Big Money Boys. With Lance Draper. With D-Wise. It was a vibe. Buy some Bitcoin. Get some crypto. Get into stocks. Start flipping things and start making some money. Make some moves. Start a business. Work on your dreams. Strive for greatness. I'm your boy Pablo Maccabee. I'm out.
Hey, yo, what he said, make generational wealth, but also I want to say this, take care of your health too. You feel what I'm saying? All that money ain't worth nothing if you can't enjoy it. So take care of your mentals and take care of your, you know what I'm saying, your physical health as well, and take care of your inner health. You know what I'm saying? DY's out.
Lance Draper, and like my Hennessy, I'm out.